It's a very good beginning by South Africa in the post-lunch session. They've been on target and been impressive. 1, 2, 3 for 1.
South Africa after lunch being able to peg Pakistan back slightly. Nicely played on the up.
पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, T20 और ODI मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है। इसके बाद T20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, T20 और ODI मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है। इसके बाद T20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, T20 और ODI मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है। इसके बाद T20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, T20 और ODI मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है। इसके बाद T20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, T20 और ODI मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है। इसके बाद T20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें।
Trying to contemplate getting a nice Yorker in there, cross seam delivery, going for the full one, but the line is bad, the length isn't quite on point, and that's easy pickings.
And the home team playing with two seamers. South Africa going in with an all-rounder, medium pacer and Rabada. 3 spinners for them. And this was always going to be the challenge. Once your spinners are taken too, then you have a problem.
Yeah, I was trying to do some investigating this morning. And Marco Janssen's part of the South African setup. I thought they might have considered playing him. But I did notice he was... That's beautifully played. That's not overpitched. That's not a genuine half volley. But Shan Masood has played it with aplomb. Brilliant timing.
Yeah, lovely balance through the offside. One conceded down the leg side. This one is all Shan Masood. Stood tall, drives it through the offside. Everything flowing towards the ball.
Yeah, it was 7 overs and there was just 16 runs from those 7 overs. Now all of a sudden it feels a little bit like in some way the floodgates are now opening.
$133 for 1.
Just going back to that point of Marco Jansen, I noticed in the training that he had strapping on his elbow, so he might not have been 100% fit. Maybe get to the bottom of that when we get to speak to the coaches at the start of day 2. But that would have been the contemplation. Do they go with the Marco Jansen option and the extra bounce? Or did they go with the extra spinner?
High performance center. Armour again, back cut, gets through. Very nicely played by Maul, waited for it and just hit it on top of it and gets it down to third.
This is what you require if you want to be a good player of spin. Yes, you can use the power game and hit down the ground and sweep with power, but then it's also the finesse, the ability to work out where the ball is from a length perspective, whether it's going to miss you off stump. And that's what Emmanuel Haq did there. Knew that it was just wide of the stump, waited for the ball to get to him, then used the finesse of the placement.
The other thing that South Africa, well, I'm going early, but the other thing that South Africa need to be careful of, especially in the subcontinent, you want to be staying within the game for a long period of time to actually then be able to get a couple of sessions and really get in front of the game. But if you concede runs up front, first innings, it really becomes a challenge.
So basically you're saying South Africa's done? 137-1, we're gone?
Yeah.
Early call, okay.
No, the problem is that first innings runs, especially on a surface which is quite dry, are so vital. And if you concede too many, then it's always catch-up game that you're playing.
Yeah, I was actually thinking as they headed off to the lunch break, Pakistan. That's nasty bowled and hits the shoulder of the bat. As a coach, you kind of want to go to them and say, hey, you've got yourselves in, you've got a good start, do not throw it away. If we can get 450, 500, then all of a sudden the game's set up. So although you feel like you've done a good job, it's not enough at this stage. Have that hunger to keep going on and really look to try and get yourself a big score.
And a decent end to the over. It is 137 for 1. So Brian, back into the attack spin now from both ends. Rabada with a 4-over spell. A short leg and a slip.
So Brian was the spinner that Ada Markham's
फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें, पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, टी20 और ओडीआई मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है, इसके बाद टी20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, टी20 और ओडीआई मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है, इसके बाद टी20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, टी20 और ओडीआई मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है, इसके बाद टी20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम टेस्ट मैच, टी20 और ओडीआई मैचेस आप इसी पेज पर देख सकें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें। पाकिस्तान और साउथ अफ्रीका दरमियान टेस्ट सीरीज जारी है, इसके बाद टी20 और वनडे मैचेस हैं। पेज को लाइक कर लें, पेज को फॉलो करें और वीडियो को शेयर करें। पेज को लाजमी फॉलो कर लें ताकि आने वाले तमाम
But he'll be disappointed, as you can see in picture. There was the chance they were hoping to create, and it goes down.
And the one that drifts back in, he struck Shan Masood on the pad in the first session with the one that really came back in. This one again didn't turn, just drifted back with the arm.
That's what happens, change of bowling. Obviously different kind of bowler, you've got to see what he's all about. Inside edge onto the pad. All the crowd in the background seemed upset that he wasn't caught.
138 for 1.
Bears, just watch the crowd in the background. Were they disappointed that this wasn't caught? Hands on the heads? Are those Pakistan supporters?
I guess you haven't looked at the scorecard yet, Paulie. Who's coming after this?
Oh, okay. Now I get it. No. So you're saying it's like when Sachin used to play?
Absolutely, something like that.
Another issue with the side screen. Simon Harmer hasn't quite been as good after lunch as he was before lunch. He was brilliant before lunch. He bowled with unbelievable control, didn't offer up anything to hit away. And just after lunch, he's maybe been a little bit fuller. Maybe that's the reason why he's been knocked away a few times. But he's still bowled some good control. Change of field setting as well to try and get Pakistan batters to play him a little bit differently.
Yeah, the length's so important for the spinner on a surface where there's a little bit of purchase. It just can't be too full. You can afford to be slightly back of a length, maybe a little fuller, but just allow the ball to actually turn off the surface. If you're too full, you then allowing the batter to get a single or just push you down the ground. The Pakistani spinners will be taking note, and they'll probably make note of what lengths to bowl.